Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 9. We are going to presentate about analyzing product consignment system, applied technology, equipment, and business. Before we start, introduce, I am Justin Kristaldi Jafar.
My name is Arifa Nasma.
My name is Akram Dani.
My name is Ridwan Maulana.
Technology. Technology is something that can be used to help humans in everyday life. Technology can continue to develop and evolve rapidly so that it becomes more effective and efficient than before. The human need for technology is very high so that it can create a business opportunity for entrepreneurs. Next. Applied technology equipment product business planning. Business planning is an action or steps taken to make a business. Applied technology equipment product business planning is an actions or steps taken by entrepreneurs to create or establish a business in applied technology equipment products. Next. And then we have the factors. The first one is the technical factors. Technical factors can be done by continuously maintaining the quality and quantity of the products that has been produced. For example, evaluating the business being run, developing a better business, and so on. The second one is non-technical factors. Non-technical factors include the first one is planning. Planning, applied technology equipment product planning must be prepared carefully. For example, determining the type of product made, the location of the business, the tools and funds needed, and others. The second one is setting goals. The purpose of the establishment of a business must be clear. For example, whether is it for a hobby, for profit, and others. The third one is adaptation. Adaptation in facing competition in business. It is necessary to have the ability to adapt in overcoming this competition. An entrepreneur's ability to face challenges can determine whether a business can survive or not. Next one, we have innovation. An entrepreneur must always innovate and improve quality so that customers believe in our business. And then we also have marketing. With marketing, it can introduce the products and create an image of our business in the eyes of customers. And the last one, we have fighting spirits. In dealing with every problem that exists in the business, we need a high fighting spirit and never give up so that our efforts and can survive and be more successful. Rafiq.
Human resource characteristics. The characteristic of human resource influence the success of the business. In the field of applied technology, the characteristic needed for each exciting human resource are the ability analyzing, planning, organization skill, making assessment, make decision according to required standard, interaction and communication, responsible, working under pressure, character to always develop themselves in perceiving independent. SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. Strength, weakness, opportunity, drift. This is done to determine adequate weakness, strength, and opportunity, and inadequate weakness, 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 and drift. This analysis is also carried out to determine weakness as a reference for running a business. Next, applied technology equipment production. Next, market. Next, market benefit. The market is a business mechanism that regulates the interest of buyer against the interest of seller, including the behavior of buyer and seller. Commodities trades, the great rules of the game regulates. Market type of market based on the physical. 1. Contract market. Contract market is a market where buyer and seller meet directly to conduct buying and selling transaction of goods or service. 2. Abstract market in an abstract market, seller and buyer can meet indirectly or directly, and the goods offered are only example.
Next, we have Applied Technology Equipment Business Production System. First, the ideas and opportunity. Applied technology is a technology that serves to bridge the research technology that has been created by research so it can be applied to everyday life. Applied technology equipment products are very close to everyday life because they can increase effectiveness and efficiency in production activity, improve quality, safety, and consistency in the production process. Business opportunity and idea applied technology equipment product exist in several fields, namely, first, transportation sector, for example, electric bicycle and electric cars. Second, agricultural sector, for example, rice thresher and corn seller. Third, small business sector, for example, cassava drying machine and cassava cutting machine. Fourth, the medical field, for example, blood sugar, cholesterol, and CT scan. And lastly, the education sector, for example, laptop projector and e-learning. Next, we have a resource that use first men. Men are one of the factors of production in addition to land, capital, and skill. Humans are the most important management element in achieving company goals. 2. Money. Money is a medium of action and measure of value. The size of the result of activities can be measured in terms of the amount of money calculating in a company or industry. 3. Material. Companies generally do not manufacture the raw material needed by themselves, but they buy the material from other parties. Therefore, company managers try to get raw material at the cheapest price using cheap and safe transportation. 4. Machine. Machines have an important role in the production process. After the Industrial Revolution, with the invention of the steam engine, so that a lot of human work can be replaced or assisted by machines. 5. Method. Working methods are needed so that the work mechanism can run effectively and efficiently. Work methods that are in accordance with the needs of the company, whether related to the production process or administration, cannot usually happen but take a long time. And lastly, market. Production marketing has a very important role because if the production that has been produced do not sell well in the market, the process of production product will stop. This means that the work process will not be able to take place. Next, production potential of applied technology equipment in the region. Processing of agriculture, plantation, and fishery products will be very supported if it's developed by applied technology equipment products. Applied technology equipment products in the region have the potential to improve people welfare by utilizing natural resources as raw materials to be processed to add value by using applied technology equipment. Next, applied technology equipment production process. The production process of applied technology equipment, including first, product design. Product design is a series of efforts to study and plan functional, ergonomic, and aesthetic variables so that they become more valuable and useful for the consumer. 2. Supporting tool as material are the tools and material that will be used to create the product. 3. Work safety is an effort to create a healthy and safe environment in order to reduce or prevent the risks of accidents that occur while working in the production. 4. Manufacturing engineering is a technique for making a product precisely so the results are in accordance with the plan. And lastly, product maintenance is an effort to maintain product quality and prevent the products from being damaged.
Calculation of the selling of applied technology equipment product. Break-even point. Break-even point is calculation data which state the company reach a point that is neither profit nor losing. Of break-even point, BEEF unit, stating the data on the number of product unit that must be be reached at the break-even point. If the amount of product below the BIP number, then the company is at a loss. Although if it is above the BIP number, the company is on profit. BIP sales status in the number of sales data that must be actioned at the break-even point. If the number of sales is below the BIP number, then the company is at a loss of alter with. If the number of sales is above the BIP number, that the company is on profit. Next. Media for promotion of application technology product. Media promotion and media advertising. Media advertising is an advertising medium that uses print media to publish an advertisement, for example, newspaper and magazine. And two, electronic media advertising. Electronic media advertising is advertising media that use electronic media to publish advertisement, for example, social media and television. Product sales with consignment system. Sales with a consignment system are sales by instrument product to alter partners for sale, with the selling price and term in accordance with the existing agreement between the product owner and the seller. The consignment agreement have to contain the risk and obligation of both partners. Information that must be included in the consignment agreement is name of the owner of the product, name of the part instrument with the product, the name and technical information of the goods being deposited, the times of sale, the time of the completion. Next. Evaluation of applied technology equipment product business activities. Business evaluation is an activity to analyzing the performance of a business venture. The purpose of business evaluation is to find out to what and the level of success of business is whether the business has been running as planned and has given the expected result of whether the business is not going according to plan. Business evaluation is used to minimize the risk of investment failure and increase the chance of success of the investment. Also to guide fund owner optimize the use of their funds. Business evaluation also made for looking the most perfect solution to resolve existing problem and to develop the business to be better than before.
Business evaluation test. Next. Business evaluation test. Market aspect analysis. To find out how big the market area, demand growth, and market share of the product sector. 2. Technical aspect analysis. To determine the type of technology that will suit the needs of the business being studied. 3. Analysis of the financial aspect to determine the financial characteristics of a company through its accounting data. Next.
And then we have the videos about entrepreneur. Please enjoy.
Samsung termasuk perusahaan yang konsisten menciptakan ponsel canggih, dan produknya itu diterima dengan baik oleh masyarakat. Saat perusahaan membuat ponsel pintar seperti Nokia, Siemens, BlackBerry seperti sudah kehabisan tenaga, Samsung terus melaju menghadirkan produk-produk dan teknologi baru mereka. Teman-teman tentu sudah tahu dong produknya Samsung. ponsel pintar dengan desain menawan, serta teknologi yang sangat canggih. Tapi sesungguhnya Samsung itu tidak hanya menjual ponsel saja loh. Dan di awal ia berdiri, justru bukan produk teknologi yang ia buat. Bagaimana ceritanya? Mari kita simak bersama-sama. Perusahaan Samsung didirikan oleh Lee Byung-chul. Ia merupakan pengusaha berkebangsaan Korea yang lahir pada tanggal 12 Februari tahun 1910. Usaha pertama yang dijalankan belum menggunakan nama Samsung. Usaha itu adalah penggilingan padi, namun sayang usaha itu bangkrut. Nah, belajar dari pengalaman itu, pada tahun 1938, Lee Byung-chul mendirikan perusahaan yang ia beri nama Samsung. Kata Samsung dalam bahasa Korea berarti 3 bintang. Ia sengaja memilih kata itu karena memiliki cita-cita membangun perusahaannya itu menjadi besar dan abadi, persis seperti bintang di langit. Alasan menggunakan angka 3 karena di Korea ia memiliki makna sebagai simbol dari sesuatu yang besar dan berkuasa. Awalnya perusahaan itu bergerak dalam bidang perdagangan, menjual ikan, sayuran, serta buah-buahan ke Cina. Usahanya laris dan berkembang dengan amat pesat. Pada tahun 1947, Lee Byung-chul yang memiliki banyak dana kemudian memindahkan kantor pusatnya ke Seoul. Tapi tidak lama dari pemindahan kantor pusat tersebut, justru terjadi perpecahan perang Korea dan dia terpaksa meninggalkan Seoul. Lee Byung-chul pun memulai usahanya di Busan. Ia mendirikan pabrik gula. Pada tahun 1954, tepatnya setelah perang Korea itu terjadi, Lee Byung-chul mendirikan pabrik wool di kota Daegu. Kejelian dan keinginan Lee Byung-chul yang kuat untuk membangun usaha yang besar membuatnya berani untuk memasuki industri yang belum ia jajal sebelumnya. Ia memiliki prinsip masa depan itu adalah sesuatu yang penuh misteri, karena itu ia harus mencoba. Jangan takut-takut, total dalam menjalani bisnis. Sejak tahun 1958 hingga seterusnya, Samsung mulai berekspansi ke industri lain seperti industri keuangan, media, bahan kimia, bahkan pembuatan kapal sepanjang tahun 1970-an. Tahun 1968, Samsung juga memasuki industri elektronik. Nah, waktu memasuki industri elektronik itu sebenarnya Lee Byung-chul sudah diperingatkan oleh sahabatnya bahwa terlalu berekspansi yang berlebihan itu tidak baik loh. Perusahaan itu juga harus menjaga kondisinya. Tapi Lee Byung-chul memastikan bahwa yang ia lakukan itu bukan semata-mata demi bisnis saja, tetapi agar negerinya itu tidak dibanjiri oleh produk impor dari negara Jepang. Nah, waktu usaha itu dimulai, kenyataannya memang perusahaan itu belum mampu bersaing. Sampai-sampai perusahaan elektronik Jepang itu menertawakan Samsung. Ia dianggap seperti ikan kecil yang mencoba berenang di kolam yang dipenuhi oleh ikan-ikan yang besar. Tapi Lee Byung-chul menolak untuk menyerah. Ia tetap berusaha dan memperbaiki produknya. Hingga pada tahun 1970, Samsung Elektronik berhasil memproduksi televisi hitam putih 12 inch. 2 bulan kemudian, malah produk itu sudah diekspor ke luar negeri. Pemerintah sangat mengapresiasi keberhasilan Samsung. Korea mulai unjuk gigi. Tahun 1973, Samsung malah sudah bisa memproduksi TV dengan ukuran yang lebih jumbo, 19 inch. Dan di tahun 1978, Samsung telah memproduksi lebih dari 5 juta TV, yang menjadikannya sebagai produsen TV paling besar di dunia. Samsung telah menjadi ikan besar yang berenang di kolam di antara ikan-ikan besar lainnya. Pada tahun 1980, Samsung mulai memasuki bisnis perangkat telekomunikasi, cikal bakal dari perusahaan telepon seluler. Saat itu sebenarnya Samsung sudah diperingatkan, karena nilai investasinya itu sangat besar. Apalagi sudah banyak perusahaan besar itu yang berada di dalamnya. Mereka itu semua raksasa, sulit untuk ditaklukkan. Kemungkinan besar Samsung itu pasti akan rugi jika ikut masuk ke bisnis perangkat telekomunikasi. Lebih baik mundur. Apalagi perusahaan Samsung itu kan sudah cukup jaya. Apalagi sih yang mesti dikejar? Dalam sebuah rapat terbatas menanggapi hal itu, Lee Byung-chul mengatakan, kita tetap memasuki bisnis itu. Dan jika bisnis itu beresiko, ya memang begitulah yang namanya investasi. Dibutuhkan keberanian dan jeli melihat peluang. Yang jelas, produk perangkat telekomunikasi itu adalah barang yang dibutuhkan oleh masyarakat. Ia sama pentingnya dengan televisi. Setiap rumah di masa depan pasti akan memilikinya. Jadi Samsung wajib ikut memproduksi, apapun itu tantangannya. Jika gagal, biarlah generasi selanjutnya yang akan memperbaiki. Yang jelas kita sudah memulai. Dan dengan itu, kita mendidik bangsa kita untuk mau bertarung dalam hal kompetisi di dunia usaha secara global. Apalagi bisnis perangkat telekomunikasi tentunya membuka lapangan kerja bagi orang-orang cerdas di Korea. Jika tidak ada pekerjaan, mereka akan bekerja di luar negeri, bergabung dengan Jepang, Amerika, membuat produk-produk yang nantinya diimpor oleh bangsa Korea. Kita tentu tidak ingin hal itu terjadi, kan? Bisnis tidak hanya tentang sukses secara keuangan saja, tapi juga tentang kebanggaan sebagai bangsa. Pada tahun 1987, pendiri sekaligus ketua dari perusahaan Samsung Lee Byung-chul meninggal dunia. Semua orang sangat bersedih. Tapi warisan semangat, manajemen mengambil risiko, dan berani memasuki bisnis yang belum pernah digeluti, manajemen pengembangan karyawan, prinsip kepemimpinan, dan banyak ilmu serta semangat lainnya telah menginspirasi penerus Samsung hingga perusahaan itu berkembang dan terus berkembang. Tahun 1991, Samsung telah berhasil membuat perangkat telepon genggam. Hal itu adalah pengembangan dari produk-produk yang sudah dibuat, hasil pengembangan karena memasuki bisnis perangkat telekomunikasi. Selanjutnya, perkembangan produk itu terus dilakukan, dan terus dilakukan, membuat perangkat semakin canggih dengan teknologi baru yang memukau. Samsung pun semakin melaju, bahkan berhasil mengalahkan dominasi raksasa Nokia, menggeser si ikan besar Sony dari Jepang, dan saat ini menjadi penantang serius bagi produknya Apple dari Amerika. Saat ini, produk ponsel Samsung sangat banyak kita jumpai. Ia telah berjaya dan mendunia, persis seperti prinsip pendiri saat menamai perusahaannya Samsung, yang memiliki arti sesuatu yang besar, berkuasa, dan abadi seperti bintang di langit.
Sekian yang bisa kami sampaikan. Terima kasih atas perhatiannya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.